Hello, welcome to the tutorial in the newsfeed. So if we go to a site like ABC News, they've got an RSS feed. An RSS feed is just an XML feed. So we're going to go into the mining subtopic. You can see I've got some XML here. So I'm going to take that URL, make a new file in CGI bin called newsfeed.py. And I'm going to put that in a variable feed URL. So first step is we need URL lib request. The request, and I actually just need URL open. So then we can go with URL open, the URL being the feed URL. And we've got a response. Then we're going to have the feed XML be the response. We'll read it and decode as UTF-8. Now we've got a whole bunch of XML, but we want that in a form where it's easier to use. So we need Elementary from the built-in XML library. Import Elementary. So then the feed will be Elementary from string feed XML. All of the items. So if you look in the structure of the XML, there's these item elements with all the content inside of it. So we're going to go find all, and then what we put in here is called an XPath expression. You can Google it. So we're going to find all the item elements. Then we can go for item in items. We can grab out the title by going item.find./title. Now give us an element, we'll grab the text. We also want the link. So inside each item element, we can get to the title and the link by doing that. Note the difference. 2 slashes to find all descendants, 1 to find immediate child. We can go print title, link. Run that. And you can see we've got the news article information coming out. So let's go into Hello World and grab all of that. Go back to the news feed, reorder the imports. We don't need date time. Cool. So now we're making an HTML document, and we're going to put these news items in a list. So we need to print out an ordered list. Now we're going over each item, so we want to make a list item. Now this is where I use a triple quote string. Basically, this lets me have a string across multiple lines, and these 3 quotes designate the start and the end. So these 2 quotes in the middle aren't included in the content. So I have my list item, and I'm going to have the anchor tag, which points to that link, and close that, close the opening tag, and in the middle the content will be the title. Pretty simple. Close the parentheses, and let's give it a go. It's called newsfeed.py. Oh, that's not the Let's just restart this to get the URL. Awesome. News articles straight from ABC. I can click a link and it'll take me to the web page. So you could spruce this up and include some other information that we get from the RSS feed, for example, an image. So let's just quickly do that. So we'll find all the media items. We'll grab the first one and we can get an attribute, and we'll go URL, and we'll have an image tag. Source will be image. Let's see what we get. Oops. List index out of range. Alright, so it may be be surprised if this worked, but media content, because that's where the image is. So that may be a bit more tricky than I anticipated. Let's just do a quick Google. What was the error I had? Prefix map. I see. So we can have namespaces. So we need to get media content, and our namespaces dictionary will be media. See if we've got better luck on Google. Let's just see what happens if we go like that. So empty list. So no media items. is back. Interesting. So we're inside the item, binding R. That's a massive mistake. So there's the media group and we need to go in and grab the content. That's why we need the 2 slashes. Awesome. So now we've got our images showing up. We can go style, width 50 pixels, height 50 pixels. Print there. I'm pretty sure we don't even need that. Oh, seems we do. Cool. So there we go, a news feed with the images coming through.